Right, we are live. Another episode of the Jungle Gyms podcast. Wednesday, the 15th of December. Fuck me. Ross County against Celtic. Nobody fancied it. Nobody gave us a chance, especially after we 10 men, and we fucking won it. Out the bag, right at the end, at the death. Yes! We're still there. We're still there. Fucking Ange Postecoglou. The train rides on. Fucking hell.
Yes,
Paddy,
mate. Love it.
Bill boy, love you here. Tell us, fucking buzzing, and Merry Christmas to all you viewers of buzzing us. Bill boy, what was your thoughts in the game? Happy, fucking ecstatic, euphoria.
But fucking certainly fucking better than your microphone anyway, pal.
Aye, I was texting Paddy during the game, and I'd text him a wee. I take notes during the game like a fucking weirdo, and I text Paddy on my notes, and he sent me a picture back saying, "Aye, I do that as well." So, the first half notes Paddy sent were 99.9% positive regarding the first half performance and what happened. 30 minutes of the second half, as the old cliche goes, it's a game of two halves. I thought, what's happened to us? But listen, my overall feeling is fuck the performance. The same against Motherwell. We toiled. That was absolutely fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. At 95 minutes, my missus shouted down the stair, "Can you give me the fire stick up?" And I said, "Fucking take it." Luckily, I never gave her it up. But just wow, man. I just feel fucking great. It was just what an end to a game and a performance that we deserve to go home for Dingwall with fucking 3 points. By the way.
Mate, I said it at the start. I said it last night. I said I was a bit tetchy on how I thought the game would go. I thought we started off really, really well. I think it was about fucking 10 minutes or 4. Oh, mate, I'm lost for words. Do you know that? It's absolutely brilliant. It's football. It's drama.
Paddy, talk me through your emotions. Talk me through your emotions. My voice is fucking going already.
I'll tell you about my emotions, mate. I've got a stoner.
Aye. I think you can hark back to probably the kind of Martin O'Neill era and the times where before Rangers died and before all the EBT scandals and stuff like that. When you were at Paradise sitting with your phone in your hand, looking for the Huns games, looking for the score, and I guarantee you, 53,000 of them are going home for Ibrox tonight, fucking sick. Absolutely sick. And the flip side of the coin was we would be doing the same. I think the excitement's back in Scottish football. I think there's a title race on, and we're depleted. Again, the night we had a squad out that didn't look very well. I thought for 65 minutes we done well. Big Tory, fucking legend. Whether he kicks a ball for Celtic again or no, hats off, man. I'm in cloud nine, man. I'm fucking floating now, man. It's amazing.
So is Gary Loughlin. It was fucking epic. Last minute of a nightmare that turned into a wet dream. You're right, mate.
Fucking wet dream. I've not heard that one in a while. Anyway, the chips were down. We're down to 10 men. We'll talk about the game, but to kind of fast forward, the chips are down. We're down to 10 men, and it looks like we're just not going to get that goal. We get the goal right at the very end, and I'm happy. I'm happy that our away support are travelling down. Oh, the furthest northern place in Scotland. Of the entire away season for those guys, they will fucking love it, and they're going to get home faster than anybody tonight because it's a home game, and they're going to stew in it.
Paddy, get him fucking Wi-Fi for his Christmas, man.
I don't know if he's excited that he's actually talking too fast that his microphone can't pick it up.
I know. Without.
Do you want me to do it on my phone? Do you want me to do it on my phone?
I bounce off, mate. Get back on.
Cool. Sound.
Aye, I say that there at the start there. I get mixed up. First 10 minutes, I don't think Celtic actually. go to the Rainhof. All the press was on Ross County at the start. They came at the traps well, and then we grew into the game, mate. We started to dominate possession as we do this season. We're the pass masters, if you want.
Aye, mate. I seen it just talking about possession wise. So over the full 90 minutes, it was 75% possession, and again 25 shots in goal. So and that's not including the shots off goal. So 31 shots on goal all in the night. Again, it's what we do all season. It's what we do even against a Livingston when we draw 0-0, and we constantly put pressure on teams. And if we can do what we done tonight in the first half with the threadbare squad that we've got, obviously we've got a massive game at the weekend. But Big Tam got a wee bit of a rest tonight. We'll probably touch on that. I don't know what you've got on your pod, but it was maybe a mistake resting him. I don't know.
I thought right away when I seen the lineup, mate, I was like, oh no, that's a bit of a touchy one.
I thought so.
But listen, it worked out well, mate. At the start, we managed to get the breakthrough through Abada. It was a great bit of interchanging passing for Calmac. Montgomery.
McGregor's ball was phenomenal.
McGregor managed to put a great slip ball.
Great ball
through. Scaleshood made a rampaging run. He get by the defenders. Great speed, great agility, great strength. Managed to put a great low cross on for Abada. And do you know something? See Abada's goal, mate. Abada's goal was a goal that you would expect to see for Kyogo. He ghosted past the defender. He ghosted by the defender, mate.
100%. And if obviously with Kyogo and the big Greek bit, and I don't know if I would say a jetty in the same sentence as him, but you're 100% right, mate. That's a ball that comes in for a wing, whether it be left or right, that you expect a number 9 to toe poke in, an Alan McCoist, a fucking McAvenny. That's the kind of goals they guys used to score. So,
and it was a great finish from him. That's one of the things I'd noted before the game. He's scored 7 goals all in this season as Abada. Obviously that goal tonight's his 8th goal. But that's his first goal since, I think, the 4th of November. See the one he scored against Ferencváros away?
Aye. Yeah.
That's his first goal for a while. So his first goal since November playing as a striker. Opens up.
Houston, can you hear me?
Yes.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom. Project fucking yes!
By the way, see before fucking the wee elf up with that goes on a rant, you've got a wee message, mate, for somebody on Twitter. Craig AGE for Twitter. Right. Gary's my dad, but he's bang on. It was a wet dream in the end. Fuck the performance. All that matters is 3 points at this stage. Lads, 100%. Spot on, mate.
Shout out. I was planning on doing a wee space tonight on Twitter before the game, but in-law stuff and all that. Unfortunately, the missus dad hasn't been too well, so I had to nip in and see the old man. But aye, Craigie, brilliant performance, mate. Overall, just one of the games that you'll remember forever. And also, it could be a game you look back on in end of April and say, Dingwall game 1 is the fucking league. That is a massive 3 points. Massive 3 points.
Mate, and there's no getting by that, as you said, mate. Look at the squad that we've got. Look at the guys that we had to put out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Can we start with the lineup? Guys?
Oh,
right.
Go for it. You're the man.
Right.
You're the man.
Well, what are the fucking men? In fact, Ralston is the man tonight. Right. So the back 4, the back 5, obviously, most of them take care of itself. We knew that Ralston was going to be.
Serious, man,
What doing that with the fucking hat or what? Can you hear me okay like that? Can
you're
you
sound,
okay?
mate. You're sound, aye.
Yes.
Right, okay, right.
A bit fucking
I'm feeling a bit meh the day, man. Right, so Ralston comes back into the fold. I was saying that for physicality, we were going to need Ralston for tonight. So he comes into right back, and Josip Juranovic pushes up front. Well, pushes to the midfield. But for me, the big surprise was Scales over Taylor at left back. So Dale, did it seem logical that Scales would overtake Taylor at the left back for maybe, I don't know, physicality? For me, that might have been a factor for tonight. Were you happy with that?
Aye, certainly on the left-hand side, 100%. I was delighted to see that. Obviously on the right, as you say, Ralston coming back in, thought possibly might be a wee bit rusty because we never really knew what his injury was. So he just, other than his goal, I thought he just slotted back in as if he'd never been away. I sent Paddy my kind of first half rundown. I thought Juranovic done well to a certain extent, but his final ball, Paddy, for me was very, very poor tonight.
No, I can't agree with that, Dale. Can't agree with that. Mate, I thought his crossing was good. It's just that, unfortunately, like so many times before that, there's nobody there to cross it to.
So Juranovic,
sorry, who are you talking about? Juranovic?
Aye.
Yeah, I'm kind of
always very poor tonight. I can understand where Paddy's coming from, because if you've got a 6'6" striker in the middle, he's maybe scoring 3 tonight, Paddy. That's probably where you're coming from. But if you're a Croatian internationalist and you know you've got a 5'2" guy in the middle of the box, and you drill a ball low. I just thought his final ball was poor. I think he done all right tonight. I don't think he was one of the better players. But
can I just say, right, tonight is a night for heroes, not scapegoats. But in context, I will say I do agree with Dale on that point. Paddy, you'll know about that because we were talking about Josip Juranovic a couple of days ago. I think he's got an international reputation, but he's not yet delivered on that international reputation. Now, apart from the back four, we've got a midfield of Beaton, McGregor, and Josip Juranovic. We've kind of touched on Juranovic, but how well do you think Beaton played, Paddy?
I thought he had a great game. You asked me during the game what I thought of him, and I thought that he dominated the performance. I thought he dominated the midfield. Sorry, you could tell that he was an experienced kid, and that.
Gav, what you up to, man? You're going out the night, your son?
He's on the rosy.
I'm off work.
Is he?
I'm off work, mate.
He's in there, mate. He's tanning rosy and snorting caviar there in the back.
Eating oysters and flying. Sorry, Paddy.
Listen, mate. I thought Beaton had a great game from start to finish. Controlled the midfield. He calmed things down. He got his foot in the ball. Made the short passes. He used his body well. He was strong. He was more than a shield for the midfield. And I actually thought that allowed.
You're a poet. You didn't know it.
Yeah, I actually thought
shield
that.
For the midfield.
Actually, shut up, Anu. I'm fucking here. Mate, I actually thought that allowed Turnbull to go and do a wee bit, which she actually did. I said that to the boys as well, that I thought Turnbull, the first half, had a really, really good game. I thought he was getting involved. I thought he was actually making an effort, which I've not seen from him for the last few games. So Beaton was absolutely brilliant in midfield. McGregor, I thought as well, had a really, really good game.
McGregor doesn't know play well. He doesn't. Even
well, he does, but
but even when he has an off game, he contributes, which is probably no said about Turnbull. Tonight, I thought, and I said to you what I said at half time. Where has this Nior Beaton been other than under Ange? Because obviously he's let us down on numerous occasions in Europe and in Old Firm games, but to go to the old cliche saying, can you play at fucking Dingwall on a Wednesday night? Well, tonight Nior Beaton fucking did. I thought the first half he was absolutely outstanding, as you say, Paddy.
See if you look at Beaton, Dale. See whenever he first came into Celtic under Dyler, you looked at him in that midfield, and he looked to be the kind of guy who would.
I don't know why I done that there.
Shows your lead. He looked to be the kind of guy that would dictate the tempo in midfield whenever he first came in, and you're thinking that's maybe the kind of missing link in Europe, because we never really handled possession well in Europe. And then when you started getting the change of managers in, they started deploying him in different positions, and he's been basically getting played at centre half for what, fucking 6 years or something. So all it takes is for a player sometimes is a wee spark, a wee catalyst for Big Ange to come in and start playing him at midfield. Look at what he's done with Joe Hart. Look at what he's done with Tam Rogic.
Yeah, totally. Tam Rogic. We knew about Tam Rogic's potential, and he's maximised his potential. But with Rogic, we all had low expectations of Rogic. Rogic was becoming a kind of a fucking not so much a mascot, not so much a caricature, but everybody just felt like, why are you still here? But Rogic, Beaton is kind of, I don't know if he's still maximising his performances, but he's raised the bar compared to what we already have expected of him. But apart from Beaton up front, the final front three, Abada, Turnbull, and Monte, that's a wee bit more grim. Who would like to take this one? Who was the star performer? Abada, and Turnbull, and Monte.
Fucking certainly wasn't Montgomery.
Not Montgomery. I thought, as much as I don't want to slaughter a 19-year-old boy, I kind of always hark back to Kieran Tierney coming into a Celtic team, and it's no because fucking I know who he is, and I know his family and all that, but
it's because you get a commission every time you mention his name.
But I don't know. I just think if you can through a Celtic academy, my wee boy's been in there, and it kind of gets drilled into you. And obviously, he's grew up a Celtic fan. He goes to Paradise and he's watched games. He's been a ball boy. He's been to big European games. He's been to Old Firm games. He's been there and done it. And he gets trained off of probably some of the best coaches in Scotland, if not Britain. But every single time I see him in a Celtic tap, it just looks nervous. And that's maybe a sign of things to come, that he can't possibly handle playing on the big stage. But as I say, he's 19 years of age, so I don't want to slaughter him too much, because I've seen him and he's played well and he's got ability. But tonight, again, he looks nervous. He gave the ball away, albeit I thought he'd done reasonably well defending.
Can I ask, Bill, please remind me, I want to ask you one particular question about Kieran Tierney, but we can do that at the end of the podcast. But focusing on Monte, he might not be a left back, he might not be a left-sided midfielder, and he might not well be a left forward. Either you, Dale, or Paddy, what do you think his actual position is?
Better in Paddy.
But I have no idea. He's obviously left-footed, so
I would love to know what position he played in the lower youth level for Celtic.
Well,
I would love to know.
I'm sure he started off as a forward, and then he went to left wing, and then obviously when he came into Celtic at the start of the season, pre-season, we used him at left back. But again,
he was a winger as well.
Aye, and then KT obviously only get the shot under Ronnie Dyler because of the injury to Azagiri. And look at who he came in, and that's what can happen when you bring young guys into the team. So, in a sense, me, Gavin, yourself, and I'll probably do. We're all advocates of seeing young homegrown talents come into the team, and mate, that's what we want. We want to see youth products coming through for our youth academy, because there's no point in having a youth academy if you're not going to get youth players bring into the first team. Right. But unfortunately for Montgomery, as you say, Dale, he looks very, very nervous. Looks dead sheepish at times. What I noticed right away tonight, without being too negative and that, because I'm fucking still buzzing, is that every time he got the ball, he wanted to cut inside and in the middle of the pitch. Now, if you're a left-footed winger playing on the wing, and you're naturally left-footed, you want to go by a guy. You want to go by a guy on the outside, and he wasn't doing that. I don't think I seen him doing that once tonight. Every single time he cut in, but that's probably more to do with the tactics for the manager. So he's only playing the way he's been told to play, because every time he was cutting inside, Scales had already made the movement forward and then cut into the middle of the pitch. So Scales has been an outlet for him. But listen, he was shite tonight. There's no getting about it, and he came off for fucking who was it? Owen Moffat. The number 73 with the haircut for 1973.
Mick Hucknall's boy. What that player?
Mick Hucknall's boy, fucking hell. That's a good one. I like that.
He's a great one.
Fucking aye, let loose on the fairground.
I'm just hearing the
No, Dale. No, Gav. No.
No dad jokes tonight. No.
No, they're right,
Right.
mate. It's fucking, especially know about Mick Hucknall, mate.
Right, okay. Right. Last point on the bench, and then we're going to kind of the first half, the second half, and the euphoria. Laddie daddy. Right. So the bench: Bain, Taylor, Rogic. By the way, Rogic. Did Ange Postecoglou come out and say why? I don't know why I'm fucking holding this right now, but did Postecoglou come out and say why Rogic was on the bench?
I've not heard anything yet, mate. I've not heard anything.
Never.
Fair dues. Okay, we've got Shaw, Hendo, Welsh, and Moffat.
Hendo. You know Hendo, aye?
Aye, mate, he's a fucking good lad.
Hendo.
Yeah, by the way, Moffat looked he looked fucking game whenever he came on, but
Game?
Game.
All right.
Definitely, man.
Mate, for fuck's sake.
I was just going to burst into song there, but I couldn't find any fucking Simply Red songs, man.
Fucking right said Fred, you're late to burst into, mate.
And I love
Mate,
the
I love the thought. I love the thought of starting off at 10 minutes whenever Beaton had that downward header in the box from the set piece and the keeper parries it. Did you get that? I love the thought. Coming home to you.
Mate. I thought you were going to stick a bit. I love the thought of getting Ange Postecoglou into that one. No?
Mate, that's an idea. Right, Beaton fucking set piece. But later on, 21 minutes, Kalmack plays, and it was Kalmack. He played Scales down the left flank, and he crosses the ball into Abada, who's fallen up in the middle, and he taps it in. Fucking brilliant goal, and that's what we needed. We needed an early goal in the first half to hopefully settle the nerves and settle our fucking nerves. But didn't go according to plan. We needed that second goal. We needed that third goal, and at that point, they would have fucking capitulated. But they didn't capitulate.
The thing is, Gav, see after we scored that goal, we continued with the dominance, we continued with the possession, and we just continued to carry on how we had approached the game before the goal. And that takes us up to half time. But Ross County started with a high press at the very start of the game. And then see when the second half came out, they started exactly the same and they put Celtic under pressure because as much as we were good in possession, guys like Scales, Ralston, Carter Vickers and all a couple of times, they had a few loose passes as soon as we started to build up a wee bit of momentum. And then as soon as that happened, Ross County started to push us back up into our own end. But again, the coin got flipped again, and we ended up starting to take dominance of the game again. But obviously, then fucking the bad thing happened, didn't it?
The bad thing.
Even like the first just looking at it now, the first half possession stats were 71% to 29 for Celtic, obviously, and the second half was 79%. We actually had more attempts in goal in the second half than we did in the first. I just think the second half, I don't know, did we relax a wee bit? Did we think the job was done and we were going to get that second goal? I don't know about yours, but I've never been comfortable for the summer and the squad we've had and getting into this season that I think you mentioned it there, Paddy, that 2-0's enough. 2-0 still worries me. 2-0 still worries me. So 1-0 at half time tonight, I'm going, we need to go up 3 goals here. And that's
us without a striker, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the
sorry, mate, on you go. Sorry.
Sorry, I think one of the kind of the continuing trends of our games in the past few weeks has been 1-0, 2-0 goal margins. It's been a wee bit too tight, and whenever we've got that 1 goal margin, we fail to kill the other team off. And for a long time, I was hoping that we would kill the other team off, but it never happened. Like one other chance that I want to ask you guys about was in the first half. So Josip Juranovic released Abada down the right flank, and he rounds the out-rushing keeper. He's got plenty of time, and he attempts to go for the spectacular and score from an acute angle where if he had time, maybe if he was a bit more experienced, if he was older, then he might have just kind of stalled, looked around. He's got tons of on-rushing teammates, and he could have played in another teammate to capitalise on that.
I saw that, mate. He definitely looked as if he panicked a wee bit because, as you say, it was a great long ball for Juranovic. And the keeper comes rushing out, he goes by him, and he's that far out wide that as soon as he's went by the keeper, obviously the balls went forward by him a wee bit. He's yeah, it's got me, man. He's trying to get it in, but there's two defenders. There's two defenders ran into the centre of the goal. They obviously put a blocker on it, but could have crossed it in.
Even if he takes another couple of seconds and just sets his body properly, he could probably score. To be honest with you, I think, as you say, he just rushed it. I think he seen the keeper coming out. He seen himself skipping by him, and he's just thought, I'm hitting this, and he scuffed it.
I seen the headlines,
so,
didn't he?
As you say, experience, mate. If you see a guy like possibly even Jota, even though he's young, or a Kyogo, he's taking a wee tiny bit of time and he's putting that in the back of the net. But I thought Abada through the middle of the night, obviously scored a goal. I thought he had a couple of fucking times he got the ball in the box and he was dancing like. They couldn't get the ball off him, man.
Sorry, mate. I'm just going to cut in there. Oh, Bobby Dazzler comes on here with us as well. He's just sent me a link for the Mail Online. There's the headline. I don't know if you can see that.
Like the fucking Tory rag?
No, they've already released an article. Ross County won, Celtic won. 10 men visitors dropped more points in Scottish Premier title race with Rangers thanks to
Tory fucking
Baldwin's
rag.
equaliser.
Is it the Daily Mail? Is it the Daily Mail?
The Mail Online, mate. They already released the headlines about us drawing one each. Bastards. Get it.
Thinking Tory rag bastards. Get it up, man.
What? Who's the fucking editor for that fucking?
I'll tell you right now, it's a Mr. Luke Augustus. So, Mr. Luke Augustus, get it right fucking up here.
He doesn't sound like a fucking Tory. Nobody in the world does.
Look Augustus.
Luke Augustus.
By the way, that's a worse name than Blair Spittle.
His dad definitely owns a PPE company that's fucking backhanded by Boris Johnson. Fuck you, Luke Augustus, you wee prick.
I just get a text message from my friend saying Rosie Wine, aye. So that's for Aldo, a big Celtic fan for Ayrshire. So I'm glad that you're holding the Celtic flag in that fucking hotbed of a Rangers. Well, you said the word. Aldo fucking gives a wee word for your thoughts on the night. But guys, moving at the second half, 56 minutes, a loose pass by Liam Scales, who we were kind of complimenting, but it gives it away. And I think CCV had to mop up ahead of his mistake, but that led to a set piece. And at that point, it forced Ralston to produce a last-ditch challenge. Mm-hmm. And after getting rolled by the defender, he fucking saved the day. But then at that point, at least the corner comes in, and Liam Scales, unfortunately, he loses his marker, and it looks like one of those ones where half of us are doing like zonal marking and half of us are doing man marking. And Liam Scales is doing the man marking, he loses his marker, and he does like a side foot volley, and it goes in. And at that point, we're about half an hour left in the game, and we're like, fuck me, because things were looking rosy in the garden. And yes, rosy in the garden at that point. What was your thoughts? Were you thinking, no, it's no good? Del Boy, do you think at that point, do you think it's not going to be all night? Are you like, yes, we've still got half an hour?
100%. I thought that was it. That was it. And we can talk about zonal marking and man marking until the cows come home. But that's why we do podcasts. And I've said it a million times. We don't know what Ange and Big McManus and Kennedy and all these guys work on Monday to Friday at Lennoxtown. We don't know. We just speculate. But if you don't speculate and have a debate, then we're not sitting on here, because that's why we're here. We're here to talk shite. For me, zonal marking is a load of shite. I would imagine it works. Football's a progressive sport, the same as every other sport in the world. But for me, you pick a guy up, and when the ball comes in, you stay with your man. And if the ball comes to your man, you fucking win the header. That's just my personal opinion. I've been a defender all my life, so I'll always stick by that philosophy. But all these guys that have got fucking laptops and hardly kicked a ball, and their dad's a fucking director at Dundee, will not mention any names, then they have different views in the games. You'll maybe know who I'm talking about, but we'll not mention any distracting family. But
Peaches, pal.
Sorry. But you know where I'm coming from.
Mate, I always get taught, right? I never really played to a fucking decent level on it, but always at a schoolboy level.
I only won 3 Scottish Cups, mate. Other than that, I didn't win much.
I know, but you've no fucking hair. Shut it. mate, we always get taught off a legend, Frank Hughes. A blade of grass isn't going to score against you, so don't fucking mark it. You know what I mean? That's always been my kind of philosophy. And I know people are offers on no marking. I know it came in with the Italians and whatnot, but I absolutely hate it. And that's what happened tonight. Scales switched off for a second. When he was man marking, actually, funny enough, switched off. The guy managed to get in front of him, and again, the ball landed perfect. Stars were aligned for him at that minute, and he side fitted it in. So, but that put us under the cosh with the minutes ticking away.
I don't think we've got the players to man mark either, Paddy, to be honest with you.
There you are, mate. There your mate, Paddy Junior. Couldn't agree more, Dale. This zonal marking is madness. You pick a guy up and stop him making the header. 5 foot 4 inch men marking 6 foot giants is ridiculous, man for man, all the way.
I know where he's coming from.
Dale, tell us.
Sorry, Gav.
What type of players would you say that would be capable of doing the man marking? You say that we're not capable of doing the man marking because of the personnel. What do you think? Is it physicality? Would that make us more adept?
I think obviously it depends on your opponent. Obviously Beaton got his heat on one the night, and it was a good save in the first half. But we're not blessed with big players. But I don't think you need to have height to mark somebody. I'm 6 foot, nearly 6'1", so. I was always a guy that fucking marked the big guy. You pick that big guy up. I just think that you don't have to be a certain height to mark somebody. You can pick somebody off. If somebody's going for a header, use your body. I just think probably our best players in the air are Tony Ralston and Stephen Welsh and Carter Vickers, who aren't blessed with height, but they'll attack a ball. So I just think the zonal stuff's a load of shite, to be honest with you. I think if you've got a Carter Vickers, Welsh, Tony Ralston and whoever else in the box, then they pick up the number 9, the big centre half, and the other centre half that comes up, and the tall centre midfielder. Pick them up and win a ball. It's simple to us guys sitting watching a game of football. It's so simple. I always say that to my wains. Football's the fucking easiest game in the world. It's easy to defend.
But people make it harder, Dale.
I think I've always said, if you're a good football player, you can make the game look easy. If you're a bad football player and you can play a 5-yard pass, you can still make the game look easy. I think defending's a different kettle of fish, and as I said, we're no blessed with height. Beaton, I think, is probably the biggest player in the squad, if I'm not wrong.
He's about 6'6". He's about 6'4", isn't he?
And he's a waste of space defending corners. So, for me, if the opposition's got 6 guys in the box, put 6 guys on them. If your man scores, it's your fucking fault. Simple as that. I just think if a corner's coming in and you let your player get a run on you, you're fucked. You're beat all day. If you're standing and the corner's coming in, you face where the ball's coming to and attack it. Whether you're 5'2" or 6 foot, attack it. If you don't win the ball, you're putting somebody off, and the chances are he's not going to score because he's been nudged or he's been nipples been pulled or you've fucking pulled his ball bag. That was just me done that kind of
stuff. Dale, one last thing, and I appreciate your comments on that. I want to move on to the next part of the second half, but I want to actually ask you one final question. What is your thoughts on the Celtic fullbacks and the recruitment for the Celtic fullbacks? We've got Juranovic and we've got Greg Taylor.
Yep.
Would you be more comfortable with taller fullbacks? Because we've been shocking at set pieces like last season in particular. This season, I think we're okay. I think we've maybe conceded nine goals. Maybe tonight might have been the 10th goal that we conceded in the league at home, in the league in general. But fullbacks, are you more comfortable with taller taller fullbacks?
No, not at all. I don't think tall fullbacks make a blind bit of difference. My kind of heroes in football are Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Paolo Maldini, guys that can play football, guys that can tackle, guys that can get balls in the box. I just think that going back to probably my kind of era supporting teams, you've got Martin O'Neill, you've got Mialbis, Bobo Baldis, Yusval Harins, you've got Mark Reapers, you've got Alan Stubbsies, you've got fucking Paul Elliott's, you've got all these guys that will, no matter who they're marking, if a ball comes into the box, they're attacking it and they're winning it. I don't particularly think tall fullbacks make any difference. I think you're looking for your fullbacks to win tackles, get forward, and play the ball into the middle of the park. So
I know, but see when we come up against teams like Ross County, right, who are kind of cluggers or away games like that, and you've got guys like Greg Taylor who are wee guys. You know what I mean? When you're playing with a guy like Scales in it, you could see. I know he made a couple of times, but you could see his physicality was coming into the night. He was defending well in the air. He was bullying people. He was getting by them. He was using his body to his advantage. You know what I mean? I honestly think, I know you don't need to be a massive tall guy, but I think if you're a defender and a fullback, you still need to be strong, especially strong.
By the way, with all respect to the comparisons to the Martin O'Neill team, they were a physical back three, and then you had your wing backs.
That's my point. So, I think.
But we're playing a back two with two fullbacks. So it's not a like for like.
If you're looking at Ange's philosophy and the way he wants to play football, he wants to be attacking. He wants to get the ball out wide. He's not going to sign a 6'5" fucking fullback to win headers in the middle of the park. So what I think is if you look at other teams, even a Real Madrid with a Benzema, and you look at even a Ronaldo at Man United, teams have got players in their squad that when corners and free kicks are coming in, they can rely on their centre midfielders and their forwards to come back and defend. We've not got that luxury. We can't say, right, Greg Taylor's small at left back, so we'll bring in a guy up front like Kyogo. No, we can't do it. Giamakis seems to be fucking made of fucking chocolate. I don't know. So I don't think that your fullbacks have to be big and fucking strong and defensive. I just think at the moment that the squad that we have at our disposal, unfortunately, haven't got much height, and we rely on a Ralston, we rely on a Carter Vickers, we rely on a Starfelt to win headers. I don't think you could even look at the Clyde and say Tavernier and Barisic come in and fucking win headers every single week. So I don't think your fullbacks have to be big and strong and win headers, Gav. I just think at this time and at this stage in Celtic's history, we're unfortunately no blessed with guys that are tall. That'll win
Indeed.
every week, mate. I don't know if I asked that question. I felt as if I on a wee rant there, but
no. It's interesting to hear your point of view. I think the Goblins across the Clyde are a wee bit less vertically challenged than what we are. However, moving on to the next part, after we concede that goal, Moffat comes on for Monty. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but that is his competitive debut for Celtic, which I think is a big hoorah for Monty. A big hoorah for Moffat and his family. So well done for him. And he actually looked quite a live wire whenever he came on. But about over like 15 minutes later, Starfelt picks up a yellow card and he gets sent off. So why don't we kind of focus on the first yellow? The first yellow is he takes an elbow to the face, to the fucking chops.
Clearly seen by fucking Mr. Muir and his officials. Clearly fucking seen. So I never realised until Starfelt got the red that it had been booked. But how the fuck it can book somebody for arguing for the state of Starfelt's face, I don't know. And 5 minutes later, a guy done Turnbull when he was going to hit a shot and never get booked. So again, maybe we're being paranoid, but terrible fucking refereeing again by the officials, man. Shocking.
Look, I'll give it for a different perspective then, because you know that I'm not paranoid, Paddy. You know that I'm not paranoid, certainly. I think the ref was fucking incompetent, completely incompetent, and he missed the fucking. By the way, whenever you take a blow, as everybody knows, whenever you take a blow, the blood does not start gushing out as soon as the blow hits. It comes out a few seconds later, which is what happened with Starfield. I think that the ref incompetency or whatever, he missed the fucking incident, and then at that point Starfield has got a bust in the chops. He's raging. He starts raging at the referee, and at that point the referee shows him the yellow card. I think it's because of the ref's incompetency. I don't think it's because he's biased. I think it's because he's a fucking donkey.
Yeah.
That's my perspective for the first yellow card.
The commentary on the park for Tom Boyd and whoever else was the referee saying, I was at the other end of the park, I never seen it. Somebody correct me, but that's what I heard on the telly. I was at the other end of the park, I never seen it.
I heard it was the commentators that said that, mate, but as Davey Boy Celtics just said as well there, justice for Carol Starfield, sent off because the referee was on an ego trip. And that's exactly what Tom Boyd said. We all know that Tom Boyd is as biased towards Celtic as possible, but he gets away with it because he's an absolute legend.
But even
no chance, mate.
He was getting into the box, mate.
That's never a yellow, mate. It's inside the box. Inside the box.
No, I don't mean that. See if that's a badder and he's cutting in. He's only 1 yard out the 18-yard box. He's crossing that in for a goal. That second one for Starfelt's a yellow card. 100%. It's the first one I don't agree with. Second one's a yellow all day, every day, man.
But that's what I was going to say. Even the commentators, Tom Boyd and wee fucking Jerry McCulloch, two of them say that the referees only sent him off because he had the audacity to speak up to him.
I think so.
For his nose. Mate,
I think so.
Dale, I think you're maybe, Paddy, I hate to go against you, but I think maybe Dale is a wee bit less emotional right now. But do you remember when Hart had to actually tell Starfield to calm the fuck down because he was about to get a second yellow card after that first incident? He said, shh.
Well, would you not be pissed off, right? You're supposed to stop the game for a head injury. Starfield's lying on Starfield's lying on the deck, holding his face, and the referee plays it on. So, what does the referee just forget the rules on it whenever he wants? Emotion
is not going to trump anything.
That's what I think. As Tom Boyd and Jerry were saying, they couldn't remember the yellow card. So, obviously Starfield said something and he's been booked. But I do definitely agree that the second one, maybe Celtic fans won't agree. It's a yellow card all day. No matter who's playing fit, but that's a yellow card. The guys went by him. He's granted the box for a cross and he's pulled him down. But the referee's ego is definitely sent him off 1,000,000% because he's missed the first one. He's been given shit off his Celtic players. Starfelt's clearly been hurt with a fucking elbow. And let's see if this plays out again with the SFA, that another player gets banned out with the 90 minutes that Celtic played, and it's another team that'll benefit for Butcher not playing, because Celtic don't fucking benefit for it. If
very, very good call.
Gets banned, Celtic don't fucking benefit for it again. So let's see how it pans out. This guy might get a three-match ban because he clearly brought his elbow down on Starfelt's nose. So the next three teams that Ross County play might benefit for this guy not playing, the same as Butcher. So again, inept, idiots, fucking clueless. Brutal,
Graham Cotter just sums it absolutely perfect. Graham's already put a comment up before he's watching Fitly. So buongiorno to you, Graham. He says that the referees, the refs are brutal. Mate, summed up to an absolute T.
They are
right.
Shocking.
Listen, fucking VAR. Let's see how it goes, man.
Then you guys remember the 85th minute Josip Juranovic free kick, and it was saved by the goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
That was very, very fucking close. Who would you say is the better set piece taker? Like, I don't mean like a direct free kick to take it in for a header, but if you're taking a free kick on goal, who would you want to take the free kick?
Fucking no Turnbull anyway.
Well, took the word right out of my mouth, Paddy.
Mate,
I think Turnbull showed tonight that I think he hit the ball 3 times.
Or does it show a lack of talent in the Celtic squad?
No.
We don't have a dead ball specialist.
No,
I think Turnbull showed that he can do it, can he?
It just shows me
I
that
think
they're
he showed that he could do it, but
it just shows that they're too kind of nonchalant when they're taking their shots. I mean, see when he stepped up for that third free kick, he'd already couldn't even beat the first man for his first 2, and then the third one he gets off.
Aye, so see when you're that close, Paddy, that I think about four of our free kicks tonight were probably around about the 21-yard mark. And what's the point in trying to bend it out of war? See for me, and Turnbull has showed in many occasions that he's got a great finish and a dink, and he can do this and he can do that. I think his assists there the last 2.5 years will show that. But see if you're 18 yards out. See for me, it's maybe again amateur fitness talk, but get your heat and your shoulders out of the ball and fucking smash it. Because if you're 20 yards out, then there was 14 yards out. So hit it as hard as you can. Keep it low. There's a good chance it's hitting a defender. There's a good chance it's hitting fucking somewhere. And there's a good chance that the goalkeeper's seen it late. So I think probably going back to Alan Thompson, Nakamura, Lubomir Moravchik. Have we even had a free kick taker in the last 10 years, Paddy? I can't really remember one, man. Maybe Sean Maloney, maybe.
Nakamura surely was the last one. I know.
I can't think anybody.
I know Charlie Mulgrew was the one that was.
Charlie was good. Big Charlie was good.
Do you ever remember that we signed that guy Danny Fox when Tony Mowbray was the manager? He was supposed to be a free kick specialist. A free kick specialist, mate. I think he scored 1 goal and it wasn't for a free kick.
He was still playing about fucking 2 years ago, son.
He was a bit of a poser, man.
I think he had tattoos. No, he was a prick, wasn't he?
Aye.
Right, okay. So after that fucking Josip Juranovic free kick, saved by the goalkeeper, by the way, it was a half-decent save by the goalkeeper. But soon after that, we reach the 6 minutes of stoppage time.
Oh
now,
my God.
Guys.
Gav, sorry, mate.
Paddy!
I just need to go for a quick pee, but don't talk about Ralston's goal before I come back, right?
No,
guaranteed.
By the way, see before we go, I need to bring up the absolute legend that is Joseph Agnew. Joseph Agnew is the man, right? And he's wait, you see this comment? He was spot on. There you go. Sorry, wrong one. There you go, Joe Agnew. Hail, boys. Ralston up front. Did I not say that in your last pod? Lol, told us all. Haha, you're right.
Mate, fucking big up to fucking Joseph Agnew. Big up to Joseph Agnew! Because I think he might have made a comment about Ralston up front and maybe Ewan Henderson, roughly along that lines. And I'm like, right, okay, guys, so what do you think of that? I would say Ralston at right back and maybe Juranovic in the midfield. But fuck me, man. Agnew, fucking yes!
So anyway, right, listen, see Will Dell's away for a push. Are we going to talk about him?
What do you want to say?
I don't know. What do you want to say? Something that
Mate, I think that you could make a good dance partner with him.
A what?
What?
A good what?
Hey, yeah. Do we have any comments? Fucking.
Aye, we've got one for we've got one for Daly's watching in the toilet. Look. If any of you don't know Daly, he's a multi-millionaire. He's got a toilet and he's a toilet pan.
Mate, a fucking toilet made of gold.
Aye, fucking Donald Trump.
And he doesn't clean it, so it's just brown. It's like a golden brown. It's weird.
It's like Jackson Pollock painting.
I'm not that cultural, so I wouldn't know that reference.
Well, you know me, mate. I'm a man of many talents, like you.
Right, okay. One thing I'll ask you before we get Dill back onto, well, mate, until Dill finishes wiping his arse.
Fucking rat bags.
Right, okay. Right,
Turn
building up the
Turn your
building up the
phone off,
tension.
you. Turn your phone off.
What?
Turn your phone off.
Fuck, sorry. I was watching these on my phone there while I was fucking shining my gold hand there.
Mate, fucking the 21st century is a weird fucking time to live in, man. People in their fucking commode, they can still spy on folks. That's weird. But after that Josip Juranovic free kick, when we think, oh no, we've only got 5 minutes to go and we've missed that fucking set piece. We've got 6 minutes of stoppage time. And eventually the tension is building. And we're down to 10 men. We're fucking down to 10 men. By the way, I think it's quite noticeable that
Gav,
we were playing like
stop doing that, man.
I put that down.
put it down. Put it down.
Gav, get one of these.
Oh, look at you, showing off your new Christmas present.
Nah, look, microphones and all that, mate. That's the way to do it, mate. That's the way to do it.
Looks like a big fleshlight to me. However, right, okay. The tension is built. I'm not judging. Right, okay. The tension is building, but fucking Ralston, Rogic dinks it in a lovely ball to the back post, and Ralston fucking puts it home. Oh my God!
Look at that one. Davey boy, your batter's superb tonight, mate. There was a small earthquake in the west of Scotland at 9:36 p.m. when all of those sphincters unpuckered en masse with Ralstonino's heater.
Here,
Superb, mate.
Unbelievable, man.
Fucking whoever, Paddy, Dell, take the front. What was your thoughts? What was your emotions whenever we scored that fucking goal? Does it make Ralston a legend?
Mate, build him a statue. Now. I'll tell you what, Gav. I was watching it on a stream tonight because fuck buying Ross County, 15 quid to watch it on theirs. My flash goes on and I'm getting the notifications through my phone first before I seen it on the telly, and it came up saying 2-1, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go, they bastards have scored a winner. That's us. We've not just dropped 2 points, we've dropped 3 points, and because I'm a blind old bastard, I looked at it again and I seen 2-1 to Celtic, and just as I seen it, I looked at the telly and there he was, the big man, just rising to the occasion. Bang! Oh, you beauty, I went off my nut.
Aye, so damn it. So damn, just, man. As I said, 95th minute, the missus says, can I get the fire stick? I said, aye, take it. Fucking take it.
Cheers, Ronaldo.
I'm not going to my work tomorrow, but that just rising up and scoring that heater, and oh my God, it was fucking phenomenal. And I said it to Paddy, I think, before we come on the podcast, that the league's a big thing for us. The league's massive for us because not just because of the riches of the Champions League and the 30-40 million pound pot that we get at the end of the season to go straight into the group stages, but also because it could put these cunts back to their bed, back to Rangers 2012 and them coming back to Rangers 2022. That this could be a 10-year cycle because they're fucked. Whether they like it or no, whether they like us talking about it or no, Rangers need to win the league this year. Rangers are currently looking at raising £7.5 million again for shareholders to get themselves to the end of the season. 1,000,000%, and that's no fucking lies. That's set in stone. So us winning the league this year isn't just for us getting a pot of gold at the end of the season. Possibly in January having a team that could maybe compete in the European Cup next year. I don't know, but also putting another dagger in these fucking inbreds coffins and putting them out of business again. So That's why I think it's such a big season, because it's massive for us. And if we win the league this year, I'm with Paddy. Tony Ralston's fucking statue goes up next to Jock Stein, because that goal tonight could be absolutely massive come May.
Well,
Massive.
Right, can I say something? Can I say something? Right. So we alluded to, you do not fancy a fucking December away trip midweek in Ross County and Dingwall. Nobody fancies that. It's fucking horrid. It's horrid. It's like the English equivalent, as well know, of a Tuesday night away in fucking Stoke City. Nobody wants it. Now, the kind of chips were against us. Nobody really fancied us to actually get. Maybe people did fancy us to get the win tonight. But if you look at it in the context tonight, our team were fucking horrid. Like, our flair players like Jota, Kyogo, they were not there. Even like the centre forwards who we've been kind of disparaging of, like Ayeti and Giamakis, they would have really been helpful tonight for just being that typical centre forward to cause the defence problems. But we were devoid of all that attacking assets, and we had to just rely on what we knew, what we had, the threadbare bones of the team. And my point tonight is the mentality. So whoever, Del Boy or Paddy, whoever wants to take up this question, but what does it say about our mentality? Whenever the chips were down, we had fuck all, like threadbare bones. And then we go down to 10 men. But we look as if, whenever we go to 10 men, we still look as if we've got 11 men, because we were still bossing it. And we keep probing. We keep probing from left to right to centre, left, right, centre. And eventually we get that fucking goal. And we've sent our away support back home happy. That fucking sends a message. It sends a message, and I hope it reverberates across the whole of Scotland. I hope it fucking sends a message to everybody, to the Celtic support, to the Celtic players, that we have got the confidence that even whenever we've got the least fucking, I don't know, I'm fucking waffling, but
that fucking Rosie Vine, you fucking cabbage.
he's turning into a fucking politician there, like that with the Rosie Vine and all that. I'll tell you this.
Even whenever we're down to the fucking the threadbare bones, we can still fucking get a result. We can still get a result whenever the chips are down. And I'm hoping that everybody realises that fucking fact. What does that tell you about the mentality of that squad?
It tells you, I'll tell you exactly what it tells you. It tells you that you're fucking building a winning mentality, mate. You look at last season. Last season was a team of losers, right? With no mentality, no hunger, no passion whatsoever. Big Ange is building a team here that can't look. Big Ange.
I thought I was the token drunk guy you got on the podcast, but Gav's fucking blowing me out the water, mate.
Mate.
I'm sitting here with a fucking ghost beard, you know what I mean?
I'm a fucking ninja. I'm a fucking ninja with that alcohol.
See, once I build my $200,000 podcast studio at the back, I'll get you up, mate. It's getting built in there, so.
Are you going to put a TV in the toilet?
I don't know, maybe 7 inch.
Paddy needs a toilet. No so much a TV, but a toilet.
Aye, correct, mate. Everybody needs a shite. No, listen, mate. Nice one. See, this is what you don't get anywhere else. You don't get fucking guys talking like this. You know what I mean? You don't get bops, you don't get bastards, you don't get nothing. You'll get everyone here.
You get three drunk punts to the rest of Scotland talking about it. Like, that's what you fucking get.
Correct. You get fucking Mick Hucknall's fucking love child up in the corner. You get right said Fred up there, and fucking you get me.
Aye, that's it. With they fucking creepy shots behind you, as if somebody's got to jump out and stab you in the fucking throat.
Well, I hope so.
Mate, did you just call me right said Fred?
No, sorry, mate. I pointed the wrong way. No, you're Mick Hucknall's love child. He's right said Fred.
Mate, I'm too sexy for the shoes.
Anyway, back onto your question. Last season, losers. This team, winners. I'm telling you right now, we're winning the league. Look at that. Look at the mentality. Look at the fucking effort for the players, and that's a depleted squad. Wait till you see what happens in January. Wait till you see what happens in January when we take the bastards to the task at Celtic Park.
I would like to agree, mate. And I think if we get Kyle go back, if we get Jota back, if we get the players back and before the 2nd of January, without obviously possibly the 3 Japanese guys coming in, I think we could fucking batter them at Parkhead, man. Honestly, I really do. I don't know. Obviously, they won. Was it 2-0 tonight? Was it 2-0 they won the night? Aye.
I
I think it was. I don't know. I think it was 2-0 tonight, but I just think if we get the players I mentioned back and possibly maybe, I don't know. I heard the other day that the likes of Maeda and that had played in a cup final and that's their season over. So I don't know what the situation is with getting them out of the new, and getting them training and possibly. Obviously, we don't need to get them match fit because their fucking season's just finished. So
they will be match fit now.
Aye, so if we can go into a Glasgow derby in the 2nd of January at Parkhead with 60,000 fucking 553 or however much Parkhead odds against a Rangers team who have been playing all right and scraping out results, I don't know if a Van Bronckhorst is going to be ready for Ange to release 2 Japanese guys he's never fucking heard there, he's never seen. If we go into a derby game with Hart and Ralston and Scales and whoever else flying and Big Tam flying, and you throw in a Maeda and obviously Kyogo and that's back, Van Rangers will be like, what the
mate, I want to get the fucking war paint on right now for that talk, man. Fucking go for it.
Say his name. Say his name. Say the other Japanese guy's name. You know.
Say my name.
Go on.
Say my name, bitch. Who am I talking about here? Maeda and Hatate.
That's the one.
Hakuna Matata. Aye, him. Aye.
What a wonderful day.
Imagine he just walked out at Parkhead and all just told a wee lie.
A lion shaped like a toy.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, by the way, from like a personal perspective, like how lonely must it feel, like for Kyogo to cross like the seven seas to actually come to Scotland and being like the fucking only Japanese talking guy at Lennoxtown. That must be a very, very lonely place.
I'm
happy at the prospect of these other Japanese players coming over.
No, but I would love that. See if I was
forming a fucking Yakuza.
But see if I was a Japanese guy, right, and I walked into Lennoxtown and I was the only guy that could talk Japanese, I'd just be walking about going like, all right, you can, what's that, prick? You know what I mean? That'd be great.
I've had him in Nando's a couple of times and he's shat in my big gold toilet, so he's settled well. He's settled really well.
Did they flush?
Nah, mate, nah.
Oh.
I had to wipe his ass as well, but he scored a few goals, so I don't mind.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
I think Scotland would be a kind of lonely place for a Japanese football player, but I'm very, very glad at the prospect of us.
I can't believe how much Gav looks like the wee guy out the Elf film, man. Just like, I'm just waiting you building a wee train or something like that, man.
Which character?
Just one of the wee fucking midget.
Just an elf they're called, mate.
Aye.
I look like a fucking midget, aye.
I'm just waiting and fucking Will Ferrell punching you and saying, hurry up and build day trains, you wee dick.
Mate, I fucking hate Christmas.
Come and see what's in Santa's sack, son.
You get the fuck, man. Talking about sacks, I'll fucking have you.
I know, bother fucking Gandalf.
Also, Gav, I know I was on the pod the other night and I had my other Argentina strip on, but I thought we'd put the away top on the night and because Mr. Aguero has retired to football at 33 years of age, so that's why I stuck the Argentina top on it. Which I thought, obviously, Celtic won, all the guys in the way for Dingwall, fucking legends, every one of you. Hope you enjoyed the trip home, but Sergio Aguero has retired at 33 years of age. So
Sergio Aguero, man.
What a player, Paddy.
It reminds me, but it reminds me. I want to ask a question about Kieran Tierney later on, but we'll talk about Argentina right now. Paddy, what's your thoughts on Argentina?
Argentina is a lovely country. I love them anytime they play England. It's the best place to be. But no, Aguero scored the best ever goal, or the most memorable goal you'll ever see and hear in the Premier League history in England. That's the one, mate, to win the league. But other than that, other than that, mate, I'm going to be brutally honest. I couldn't give a fuck.
I'll tell you a very good story about that day, if you want to listen about it. But,
go for it.
Do tell.
I was at the hospitality that day at Park Ged, and the main stand, and wee Betty was our wee guy that runs about, tells you you're brand new and that, and to drink canners and stuff. So Celtic beat Hearts 5-0, and it was trophy day.
Right.
Gary Hooper scored 5, if you remember.
Legend.
And that was after the game. We went back into the hospitality suite and sat with wee Bertie, and you can't mind Packy Bonner was there as well. And that was the day. It was Aguero. That was that day. So I'd won some sort of competition anyway. And wee Bertie said, Gary Hooper's coming up. He get man of the match and that. And you hear a lot of people talk about like kind of James Forrest and all these guys that are so shy. But they don't really want to talk to fans, and they kind of avoid people and that. And we'd been in the hospitality suite for like 11 o'clock in the morning. Me and 4 of my mates for Muirhouse, which is a rough scheming Motherwell. And says, Gary's quite shy, so just be a wee bit. I bet Gary Hooper to score first and Celtic to win 4-0. So Gary Hooper walked in and I says, what's happening, Gary, you cunt? I bet you to score first and Celtic to win 4-0. It was fucking 5-0. You done me out of 400 quid and it was just melted, Paddy.
Oh, mate.
I gave him his bottle of champagne, and I've never seen a wee guy run out a fucking hospitality suite as quick in all my life, man. It was out of there. I'm like, fuck's sake, man, is that it?
Wee shite bagger.
Were you hoping that he would understand that you were just taking the piss? But I
just thought he would have fucking sat down and got a glaive away. I mean, never acted like a wee English prick, know what I mean? But he did. So, but I met Rooney on the stairwell and got a bottle of Corona with him when he won the league. So I hope.
Okay.
Just as well you never met wee Forrest in the stairwell. He'd have been flashing his bobby at you.
Yeah, when I seen him anyway, he'd have probably had a pollen echo and I wouldn't even have seen his feet. Wee neck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dale, to finish up on the fucking the recording for tonight. Yes. I understand that you understand. I understand that fucking hell, I am talking pish. Kieran Tierney, fan base. You've got I think in Bellshill. Is that correct?
Say that again. Sorry.
You've got a Kieran Tierney supporters club. Thank you, Paddy. In Bellshill. Is that correct?
Absolutely not Bellshill. No, Motherwell.
Whereabouts in Motherwell?
Muirhouse.
Paddy, is that quite the same? Yeah.
No,
same
absolutely
place.
not the fucking same. Absolutely not. Bellshill is where John Beaton fucking drank with the Huns in the Crown Bar. I wouldn't stay anywhere near that fucking shit.
My question to finish off the podcast is that Aubameyang has been stripped of the captaincy for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney has been there for a couple of years. The only thing, in my opinion, and by the way, I am a big advocate of Kieran Tierney. I want him to do well. But my only concern is that he's had a few injury concerns. Yeah. However, I think that you're a big ambassador for the Kieran Tierney supporters club during Bellshill. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? Do you want him to actually obtain the captaincy at Arsenal, or do you think, because I have a wee sneaking suspicion that Kieran Tierney is still a wee bit homesick, although he's doing fucking brilliant in London? I think he would rather be a kind of a central figure, like a kind of secondary figure, and somebody else to take that role. But Xhaka has done it, and he's been found out. Aubameyang has done it, and he's been ousted. The next kind of obvious point is Kieran Tierney. What's your thoughts, Pete?
Well, I think last night or tonight, Lacazette was the captain again. Me personally, I know Kieran. I've met him 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, 10 times. Sponsored the football club that I played with, the Bullfrog Bar in Motherwell, which is now the home of the Kieran Tierney Celtic Supporters Club.
So not in Bellshill, no.
It's not in Bellshill. That's where John Beaton runs about with the Crown Bar Loyal. Fuck him. So no, not at all. Bellshill is known as the Bellshill Bog Rats. We don't associate ourselves with them. I probably know like, Kieran's dad better. I don't know Kieran that well. I've met him a few times. I go to the games with his cousin. I've got a couple of hospitalities for the Hibs game on the 29th. I'm going in with his cousin. But for me, knowing Kieran for a kind of young age, very, very limited. Just meeting him at the Fit Band. He sponsored the football club and all that. His mentality and the way he comes across, just as a boy, he stayed 10 minutes away from me. He's just fucking common as muck. As you seen, even when he went to Arsenal, he went to the games with a Tesco bag. You'll never get him any other way other than being a boy for a scheme. That's the way he is. No matter how much fucking money he makes, he's a good boy. He comes from a very good stock. His mum, his dad, his sister Natalie, just the full family. The full family are just scheme people that come from working class fucking background. So asking me the question, even though he's 23, 24-year-old, he's captain material every single fucking day of the week. Every day of the week. Whether he's at Arsenal, Celtic, Barcelona, Man City, PSG, who I think he could play with, by the way. No shadow of a fucking doubt. Kieran Tierney will be a Champions League winner. He'll play with a big team. He'll captain a big team. And he'll cut my neck in the line and say he'll be back at paradise in the next 7 or 8 years and winning a couple of league titles with Celtic.
I'll take that.
Aye, that's all I've got to say in the wee man. And I don't know. I know Mickey's dad watch a lot of my podcast, but I don't know if he'll watch this one. But aye, for the Tierney family, working class, working hard family. Aye, the wee man will fucking scale the heights as a normal, everyday scheme boy, fucking Celtic fan for the rest of his life, and that's the way the family look at it, and that's the way Kieran's fucking attitude is. That's just who the boy is, and that's just who the family is.
Well, I think that's one left back that we could very, very well do with back at Parkheads. We need to deal with what we've got, but we're very, very proud. We're very, very proud of our own. Very, 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 very proud.
Yes.
Guys, fucking Ross County Celtic, we fucking won. We won. Didn't look as if we were going to win, but we fucking won. Yes! Yes!
By the way, you stay off that fucking rosy wine for on.
I know, man. Fucking sparkling fucking water you need to drink, you fucking scunner.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, I think we're going to finish it off tonight because this weekend we've got the cup final.
Yes.
Celtic against Hibs. Sunday, it's going to be the Premier fucking Sports Cup final. The prestigious. Well, yeah. It's good. I'm talking pish. But Sunday! I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Paddy. I like this Gav, man. I like this Gav.
Mate, this is the best one. See when he's
I know, mate.
that one
here every day is fucking. The other one here every day is like fucking made in Chelsea, man. Oh, fucking scalper, man.
Fucking Maiden Paisley we've got tonight.
Just be scheming, you fucking Paisley prick, and stop kidding on your somebody else, know what I mean?
Mate, I've never watched Made in Chelsea. Never watched Made in Chelsea.
I mean, you can't watch.
You sound like it every Tuesday, you fucking scud book.
You can't watch what you're starring in.
Oh, brilliant, man. Oh. Right, anyway, what's happening? That was all good.
That's
Right,
us.
apparently I'm a prick on Tuesdays, but apart from that, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm all
Very
good.
good. Very good. I'm very good.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Right, guys.
Oh,
Today is Wednesday, and we play on Sunday.
oh.
We're going to do we'll probably do a pre-match review of the cup final. Man, if we can't do a pre-match review of the cup final, then we're not even fucking worthy of a podcast. But we'll do that shit, and we'll do a pro-match shit of the podcast.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm as I say, I'm working on Sunday, so let's go for a kind of. He's all right with doing a kind of 6 p.m. podcast on Sundays. All right, viewers.
Oh, good, mate. See, before you go there,
if I disagree, it's going to seem really, really unprofessional because we're fucking doing it live right now.
All right. Right.
He's mental. What's your predictions in? What's your predictions in before we go?
I think if possibly there's talk of Kyle coming back. I don't think he will be. I'm going to stick my neck in the line and say we will. If we play the team even we played tonight with the size of the park, I think the only thing we'll struggle with is Martin Boyle's pace on that big park. But I'll stick my neck in the line and say Celtic will win 4-1 on Sunday.
Oh, that's ambitious.
4-1. Also, before I go, because I'm going to leave, I've got my first Over Atlantic podcast on Friday. A wee punt.
Pardon me, you're over Atlantic.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing it on this shit.
Fucking Mr. Worldwide, huh?
Mr. Worldwide. I've done a podcast on the StreamYard in Belfast, but I've got a guy from America coming on Friday about 4 p.m. on StreamYard. Let's go, fucking man. I'll come out of Paisley and punch your cunt in you, fucking wild.
He's mad.
I just feel like no.
He actually does look like the Grinch here, doesn't he? With the big fingers, man, doesn't he?
He's mad.
Take a picture of that, man.
He's fucking Steven.
Oh, it's not the Grinch. He looks like the cunts with the big noses on the fucking. What do you call him?
No, but it's mate. I'm not even gonna fucking talk. You just carry on. You just carry on.
Right, so we'll just leave it there.
Hey, I think we'll wrap things up with that, right, boys?
Anyway,
that's absolutely brilliant.
Just give a minute. Just give a minute, right? Because this is fucking absolute footage, man. Absolute fucking footage, right? I need to send this to Paddy. Oh, I need to turn my flash off, man. This is too good. Too good, mate. It's too good. Honest to God, man. Paddy, you need to fucking. What do you call these cunts?
Lemmings.
What?
What? Right, anyway, I'm getting to fuck because I'm about to push myself here.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm the same, Matt.
To the viewers. Hail.
Gav.
Everybody. Hail. Yeah.
Take care, man.
See you later, troops.
See you later.